Mahadev, Mahadev, Mahadev. Both audio video is okay?
जी स्वामी जी.
ओके, शुरू करते हैं. ओम यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तं हदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशम् मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि. ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि. ओम वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादी नगेन्द्र संघपवये योगीन्द्र वन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्त दिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने. ओम ब्रह्माहं यत्प्रसादेन मयि विश्वं प्रकल्पितं श्रीमत्स्वयं प्रकाशाख्यं प्रणौमि जगतां गुरुं. यः परमात्मा जगत्सृष्ट्वा प्रविवेश पुनः स्वयं तं कृष्णं प्रत्यगात्मानं वन्दे गोपी मनोहरम्. यस्य प्रसादादहमद्वयात्मा विश्वं समस्तं मयि कल्पितं च तं सर्वलोकैकगुरुं सदाश्री स्वयं प्रकाशं गुरुमानतोऽस्मि. गुरुणां चरणां भोजं प्रणिपत्य निरन्तरं तत्कृपालेशतोऽद्वैत चिन्ताकौस्तुभमारभे. Whilst explaining yet another term which is employed for the subtle body, that term is Puryashtakam. And in this Puryashtakam, during that course of the discourse, we have understood that besides the Pancha Jnanendriyas, Pancha Karmendriyas, Pancha Pranas, Antakarana Chatushtaya, we have an addition of 3 more elements to it: avidya, kama, and karma. So now you have to understand when what is called as what. When any author or anywhere you are going to come across the word Puryashtakam, it refers to the collection of these five. Which five are these? Panchajnanendriyas, Panchakarmendriyas, Panchapranas. What else is there?
Antakarana Chatushtayam, Antakarana and Sukshma Bhuta Panchat.
And the Pancha Sukshma Mahabhutas, plus the three, which is avidya, kama, and karma. When we are going to say pranamaya kosha, what would that mean? When? Of course, prana.
Pranas with karmendriyas.
With karmendriyas. When it is said manomaya kosha, what does it mean?
Jnanendriya and mano?
No.
Antakaran and the Jnanendriya?
Swamiji, Karmendriya and Mana is Manomaya.
The whole Antakarana will not be covered under Manomaya Kosha. Only the part which is called as Mana plus the Karmendriyas. When we say Vijnanamaya Kosha, what does it mean?
When is it
Buddhi and Jnanendriya.
Buddhi and Jnanendriyas. But over there, up to the Vijnanamaya Kosha, when there is this trifurcation of Manomaya, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, and further we are going to see Anandamaya Kosha also. So over there, the explanation goes, or how is it to be understood, is that Antakaranam is constituted of Sattva Guna, correct? The Sattva Guna Amsha of all the Pancha Mahabhutas together go into the making of Antakaranam. Does everybody remember that?
Yes, Swamiji.
Right.
Yes, Swamiji.
Yes. So that much is Antakaranam. So being the Sattva Guna, what are the aspects of Sattva Guna?
Gyan.
Correct. Jnanam and Sukham. Okay. These are the aspects of Sattva Guna. So now, when the Antakaranam is having Jnanam as its vritti, then it, along with buddhi, with this aspect, becomes the pramata, the knower. Ya abhiman hai na? Aham janami, I know. I am experiencing, I know. This is the division of Vijnanamaya Kosha. And what is Anandamaya Kosha?
Swamiji, Sukhakara Vritti jo hai.
Sukhakara Vritti, right? Which becomes the Bhoktrutva Upadhi. Aham Anubhavami, that. And that goes up to Ajnanam. This all together is called as Anandamaya Kosha. So Anandamaya Kosha also has an aspect of Antakaranam. Do not forget that. Okay, it is just not Karanavastha. So there is this Yes, when we say Panchakoshas, we have to understand it this way. When it is said only the Sukshma Shariram, how has it to be understood? When it is said Linga Shariram, how is it to be understood? When it is said Puryashtakam, what is Puri? Puri means a city. Okay. City basically means a dwelling place. A dwelling place where the person becomes available. That becomes his dwelling place. So also, where is this I available? So these are the places. There are the 8 places where there is the availability of the self. Oh, so what are these 5? Now, what are these 8 puris? Pancha Sukshma Mahabhutas, Pancha Jnanendriyas, Pancha Karmendriyas, Pancha Pranas, and Avidya, Kama, Karma. These are called as the Puryashtakam, in which this avidya is called as Karya Avidya. Correct? So this is not Karana Avidya. When the avidya is referred under the heading of Puryashtakam, which comes into the Sukshma Deha and not the Karana Avidya. So that's why it is called as Karya Avidya. And I've provided you the explanation as why over here this avidya is called as Karya Avidya. Okay? So now there is a little discussion over that, and because though we have covered this whole topic, but I will like to rewind you a little bit to bring this important points to your notice. Ignorance is beginningless. Nobody creates ignorance. That is admitted by everyone. Even Ishvara also does not create ignorance. Ignorance is Swayambhu, is there, is beginningless. Now, the question that he raises is, if this ignorance is anadi, anadi meaning beginningless, if ignorance is beginningless, tat sambandhi, avidya sambandhi, what is there? Avidyopahita chaitanyam, avidya pratibimbita chaitanyam, comes or not?
Yes, Swamiji.
So, avidyopaita chaitanyam, avidya pratibimbitam chaitanyam, etc. Jiva Ishvara also become anadi. Correct? So, that what is anadi, then by that virtue he says, it has also to be ananta, nitya. So, this ignorance is beginningless and therefore is also endless. Anadi bhavasya nityatva niyamat. So he has assumed a niyama, a rule. What is that rule? The rule is that since ajnanam is anadi, it will also become ananta, is beginningless, and hence will become endless. Not only that, but that what is concerning avidya, tat sambandhina anaditvat, tat sambandhinam anaditvat brahmanaha katham advitiyatvam. Then when you have something that is anadi and also anantam, okay, can you say that ajnanam is Brahman? Can you say ajnanam is Brahman?
No, Swamiji.
It cannot be said. And therefore, now what happens? You have, along with Brahman, ajnanam also, which is nitya. So now, how many nityas have you found over here in this Purva Paksha?
2.
Two.
Brahman and avidya, and also avidya sambandhi. So now with this, there is an objection as that how then can you say Brahman is advitiyam, non-dual? This non-duality of the self of Brahman cannot be established because you have Brahman and other things, avidya plus avidya sambandhi, which are anadi and ananta. That's why the duality exists. The duality is going to be there. How then can you say, but from where has this question come? Because he has already assumed a niyama. Niyama means a rule. What rule has he assumed? Anadibhavasya nityatva niyamat. That what is anadibhava will also become nitya. This rule is, he has postulated this rule, and therefore now there is this question as katham brahmanaha advitiyatvam, to which now the Siddhanti answers. He says, well, we do admit, everybody admits, it is our experience, it cannot be denied, that ajnanam is anadi. Okay? Your mother, father did not create ignorance for you. The teachers and politicians did not create ignorance for you. If you have ignorance regarding anything, you do not know German language. So there is ignorance of German language. Now, since when? Ever since. Ever since. I don't remember since when. Can you say since January 2022, I started having ignorance of German language? Can you say that there is a date from where? And if you are going to say, if it has a beginning, that means that before January 2022, you knew German language, now you don't know. See, Vismruti, forgetfulness, is like ignorance, but it is not ignorance. Remember, forgetfulness, Vismruti, is also like ignorance, but it is not ignorance. Because when you are reminded, you don't say, now I know, I did not know it before. What do you say when you are reminded? Well, I knew I had forgotten. Is not it? So therefore, there is a difference between forgetfulness, Vismruti, and ajnanam. So now, ignorance is anadi. Ishvara also does not create ignorance. Okay? Ever since. Now, ajnanadina madhyastatvat tesham adhisthanamatrataya brahmanaha advitiyatvam. The reply that has been given, he says, ajnanadinam. Adinam means tatsambandhinam. Tatsambandhi means what? What is ajnana sambandhi? Who are these?
Agyana upahita chaitanya, aganya
Ishwaran Jeev.
pratibimbita.
Okay. Okay, over there. Adhyastatvad. Ajnanadinam adhyastatvad. Adhyastatvad means an appearance, superimposition. So them being superimposed, them being an appearance, and for appearance, what do you require? Can there be an appearance without adhisthana, without the substratum?
No.
No.
You require the substratum. Substratum is a prerequisite for appearance. So when you say the silver appears on the nacre, the silver appears on the shell. Silver is seen on the shell. So the shell is the substratum on which the silver appears. Snake and the rope if the rope wasn't to be there, would you ever see the snake?
No.
No, Swamiji.
Yes. So you will not see the snake, and therefore the rope is the adhishthanam, is the substratum on which the snake appears. So what is the prerequisite for an appearance to be there? That it has to have a substratum. And only when the substratum is there, there is a possibility of an appearance. Correct? So over here, ajnanam and ajnana sambandhi, all of them are what? An appearance on the adhisthana. Now, though you use, the sentence can be constructed as the snake and the rope. Okay, snake and the rope, and is a conjugation in between. But does that mean that you have two objects, the snake and the rope? Will you ever find two objects?
No.
No.
No, there is just one object. So though there is the usage of any conjugation, snake is not the rope, rope is not the snake, though it is true the snake is an appearance and this is the substratum, but does that anywhere, does the appearance create the duality is the question. Does it create duality? It means in the sense anything that is in two.
No, Swamiji.
Nahi hota, it doesn't. And that's why Brahman, being the substratum of avidya and avidya sambandhi, is the appearance, is a superimposition on Brahman, and therefore by the virtue of them being a superimposition and appearance, it does not create duality. So what was the question? That ajnanam being anadi, hence it will also become endless, is beginningless, and hence will become endless, and therefore there is going to be duality. Basically, whatever that you are, what is it because of which now he is claiming the duality? Presence of ajnanam and ajnana sambandhi. But what is the status of ajnanam and ajnana sambandhi?
Appearance.
Yeah.
Appearance. Will that create duality?
No.
No. And that's why adhisthana matrataya brahmanaha advitiyatvam. Now furthermore,
स्वामी जी सॉरी पेज नंबर बताएंगे?
पेज भैया ढूंढना पड़ेगा, 1 मिनट, हाँ बता देते हैं।
81 Swamiji.
81 पे हैं?
Yes,
ठीक है।
Swami.
हाँ, क्या हुआ है, just because we are recapitulating or just going over the whole thing, I have just selected portions from various parts and juxtapose them together now over here. आपको देखना पड़ेगा। अनादि भावस्य नित्यत्व नियमः नास्ति, न अनादि भावस्य नित्यत्व नियमः. Now that what you have claimed, that just because something is beginningless also means it is endless, such niyam, this rule cannot be made. So what was his postulate? Purvapaksha's postulate? Because something is anadi, it is beginningless and therefore has to be endless. So anadi bhavasya nityatva niyamaha nasti na tasya aropitatvat. Why? Basically, first of all, aropitatvat, it is a superimposition. Aropitatvat jnana nivartyatvam, because it is an appearance, it can go away with knowledge. When will what is it that will drive the snake away in the Rajju Sarpa? By you taking a stick and trying to drive away, will that snake go?
No.
No, Swamiji.
No. Say suppose if you do some prarthana, hey Nagadevata, Nag Panchami ko anan, and we will do some, pungi and all those things for you, then will that not go?
No,
No,
no.
Swamiji.
No. So any amount of your doing any prarthana, etc., is not going to work. True? So then you say, well, now I will sit in samadhi, and where is the snake? No snake. And when you come out of the samadhi, when there is chitta vritti nirodha is there, because the chitta vrittis, because the thought processes are suspended, obviously there is the knowledge that there is a snake will not take place, or the experience that there is a snake will not take place. But the moment you are ejected out, and when the vrittis surface again, will the snake come back or not?
Yes.
It will come back.
Now you tell me, whether it is the karma, upasana, or even samadhi, what is it that has the power to drive that snake away?
No.
Jnana.
Jnana of
Only in
Rajju.
the wake of knowledge that this is a rope, the snake goes away. True? So, jnana nivartyatvam. Kasya jnana nivartyatvam? Aropitasya jnana nivartyatvam. ज्ञान से निवृत्त हो जाता है क्या? अगर वहां पे सच्चा स्नेक होगा तो ये ज्ञान भी हो सकता है क्या कि ये रस्सी है, और सच्चा सांप होगा और उसका ज्ञान हो जाए ये सांप है, तो वो निवृत्त होगा?
No, sir.
No, Swamiji.
तो जो ज्ञान से निवृत्त हो जाता है उसका स्टेटस क्या है? Aropitam. So aropitasya jnana nivartyatvam. Okay. So something that can, even if it is anadi, but also remember it is aropita. Though it is anadi, there is yet one more visheshana to it, is that it is aropita. And aropita, that which is an appearance, can go away through knowledge. So jnana nivartyatvam. So that what is anadi but not aropita, that which is anadi but not aropita, what will it be? Tasya eva nityatvam. So that which is beginningless but is not an appearance alone is endless. That which is beginningless but not an appearance is endless. So anaropitasya anadibhavasya eva nityatvam. And therefore brahmanaha eva nityatvam tatha anaditvam, and hence advitiyatvam. Hence that advitiyat, non-duality of Brahman.
May I one moment?
Hanji.
Swamiji, but in the case of superimposition of a red color from the flower on a crystal, there is duality. There is a crystal also, there is a flower also. Then how does that superimposition work?
Over there, in that example, is applicable where you understand conditioning. Okay?
Yes.
Only to make you understand what is a conditioning or what is the condition.
Okay.
Every example has a purpose. An example cannot become drishtanta, cannot become darshtantikam. Otherwise, what is the difference between the illustration and that what is illustrated?
Swamiji, is that tadatmya?
वहां पे तादाद में 2-3 चीजें वहां पे समझाई जाती है, केवल इतना ही कि जो the red color which appears in the crystal does not belong to the crystal, then even though it doesn't belong to the crystal, how does the crystal appear red?
जो उपाधि है.
Exactly, because of the condition that there is a red flower next to it. So what is that example? What purpose is that example serving?
To show the condition.
Yes, only in this condition, if there is a red flower, if there is a yellow flower, what will the color of the crystal be?
Yellow.
Yellow. So now over here, what is it explaining?
That is the condition can change.
Exactly, the condition. So it is used only to explain the conditioning. Okay? Okay,
Okay,
now
sir.
let's go ahead.
Thank you. Huh.
All right, no worries. Now, he says, sir, now that you have explained that Brahman is Advitiyam, is non-dual. So all that you wanted to say is that Brahman is non-dual. Now, in order to explain and show that Brahman is non-dual, you have, what is the Lakshanam? What is the Lakshanam of Brahman? What is the Tatastha Lakshanam?
Tatastha Lakshanam Srishti Siddhi
Jagat
Laya Karanam.
Karanam.
Jagat Karanam. Okay. So when you are saying Paramatma is Jagat Karanam, what is it that you have admitted about the Jagat?
Karyam.
It is Karyam. So this Prapancha is Brahma Karyam. Correct?
Yes, Swamiji.
And why are you using this? Why are you saying so? So that you can now understand, know what Brahman is. That is what is the purpose of Lakshanam. A
Yes.
definition helps you understand, identify the object correctly. Correct? Right? Is not it?
Yes, Swamiji.
Yes,
असाधारण
Huh?
असाधारण धर्म इसीलिए लक्षणम.
असाधारण धर्म है ना लक्षण. So what will the lakshan do? It will help you identify the object. So when I say a rose flower, so you will, and when you know what is the lakshanam of a rose flower, you will not confuse it with hibiscus or a jasmine or a lotus. You will be able to identify what is lotus, what is rose, correct? So
Yes,
this
Swami.
lakshanam, the function of lakshanam is to make you identify, make you understand the object errorlessly, correctly, perfectly well. So that is what the lakshanam should do. And when you have said lakshanam of Brahman is Jagat Karanam, which means this Jagat, the Prapancha, is Brahmakaryam. Is Brahmakaryam. For what purpose did you say Brahman is Jagat Karanam? So that what do you want to know? Do you want to know Jagat?
No,
No,
What did you
Brahman.
want to know?
Brahman.
Brahman. And so in order to know Brahman, the Jagat is said as to be
Created by
Karyam. Whose Karyam?
Brahman.
Brahma's.
So Brahma Karyam. Okay. So now he says, and your Brahman is non-dual and infinite. So in order to show that Brahman, which is non-dual and infinite, you have said Brahman is Jagat Karanam, and which means that Prapancha is Brahma Karyam. So this whole thing is absurd, is irrational, is irrational. Why? Because why? How did we land on this particular topic? Because now in the earlier place it is said that this is how Brahman is Advitiyam. And in order to say Brahman is Advitiyam, you have said Brahman is Jagat Karanam, which lands us in understanding that Jagat is Brahmakaryam. Okay? So he says, so now there is Jagat, there is Brahman. Now, how then can you ever say that there is non-duality? By that very explanation only, or by that lakshanam, you have landed yourself in a problem of duality, which you never wanted. So he says, prag asataha satta yogyatvam athava adyakshana sambandhitvam athava parinamitvam na brahmakaryatvam abhipretaha. Kim tarhi? When we say this prapancha is brahmakaryam, we do not mean that something which was non-existent has come into existence. Okay? Something which is non-existent now has come into existence. Was the pot there before?
No,
No.
Swami.
No. So the pot was not there. Is it there now? Yes. So now, prag asataha, how was this ghata, how was this pot before? It was not existing. And now when the pot is seen with existence, by which you can say now the pot exists, that point from where you are able to associate the existence with the pot is where you say the pot pot is created. Correct? The pot is created. Satta yogyatvam. Prag asataha satta yogyatvam is karyam. Karyam means effect. Prag asataha satta yogyatvam karyatvam. This can be one definition of karyam. True?
Yes, Swami.
Yes.
मिल रहा है कि नहीं?
हाँ,
Yes, Swamiji.
All right. अब ये हो गया तुम्हारा सत्ता योग्यत्व. प्राग सतः सत्ता योग्यत्वम कार्यत्वम. ठीक है? Then furthermore, we can say adyakshana sambandhitvam. Even this is Nayayika saying adyakshana sambandhitvam. Now up to 12 o'clock, there was no pot. At 12, 1 minute past 12, now you have this pot. So 1 minute past 12 is the kshana, is that moment from where the pot exists, you can say. Right? So which is the first moment? 1 minute past 12. Since then, adyakshana sambandhitvam, getting associated with the first moment. From here the pot begins. From now there is pot. This moment is from where the pot begins. So now, therefore, this pot is karyam. Why? Because it has adyakshana sambandhitvam. ठीक है? So ये दूसरी definition हो गई किसकी? कार्य की. कार्य can be explained like this. अथवा परिणामित्वम. अथवा परिणामित्वम. So now Siddhanti says, Parinami means modification. He says, all the three parameters which you have led to say that something is karyam is not applicable when we are going to say Brahman is Jagat Karanam, Jagat is Brahma Karyam. Okay? None of these are applicable over here to say Brahma Karyam. Okay? Kim Tarhi, then what do you mean when you are saying it is Brahma Karyam? What exactly do you want to say? Kim Tarhi? We say Vivartitatvam. And that Vivartam means Adhyastatvam. Only an appearance. That is what we mean when we say Karyam. Okay? What do we mean? Brahma Karyam means what?
Vivartatvam, adhyastatvam.
Vivartatvam, Swami.
Can you say that the rope is the cause of the snake?
Yes.
What allows you to say that the rope is the cause, snake is the effect? Karya Karan bhav kaise isme ho sakta hai?
Without a rope, we won't be able to see the snake.
Exactly. Because there was a rope, I could see snake. Of course, there is ignorance, etc. is also there. But now, because that causality can be associated with the rope or not?
Yes,
Yes.
Swamiji.
Of course, the causality is there. So now, the status of being cause for the snake to be experienced, for the snake to be seen, is admitted. The rope is admitted as the cause of the snake. True?
Yes.
Yes, Swamiji.
But is the snake something that which was not there before and now has come into existence?
No, Swami.
No.
Or is it something like that the rope has modified and become the snake?
No.
Or the rope has transformed itself and become the snake? ऐसे कुछ हुआ है?
No.
There is causality, karanatvam of the rajju, but it is not like a adhyakshana sambandhitvam athva pragasataha satta yogyatvam athva parinamitvam. Any of these things are applicable to that snake?
No.
No. Yet the snake is because of the rope. True?
Yes, Swamiji.
Yes.
What is it then over here when you are saying that snake is the karyam? What do you mean by that karyatvam of the snake?
Vivarta
That means
adhisthana.
that the snake appears because of the rope. Correct? If the rope was not there, ये कोई झंझट होता क्या?
नहीं.
No.
नहीं होता. तो किसके कारण है? उसके कारण है. इसीलिए वहां पे या क्या है? इति विवर्तत्वम. The rope only appears that what it is not. Is the rope the snake?
No.
No.
No. But rope only appears as the snake?
Yes.
True.
Yes.
True. So the rope appears as that what it is not. So the rope
Yes.
is experienced as that what it is not. Correct?
Yes, Swamiji.
जी स्वामी.
विरुद्ध दिख रहा है कि नहीं? विरुद्ध वर्तन कर रहा है कि नहीं? हो रहा है ना?
Yes.
विरुद्ध रूपेण वर्तते.
Yes, Swamiji. Atatvataha anyatha bhava.
अतत्वतः अन्यथा भावम्. So now the next question, of course, will come because of what that the snake, the rope appears to be the snake. The rope appears to be the snake. Kyun? Now then there is ignorance, etc. will come into the picture. But it is because of the rope is which what you will have to admit. Exactly like that, over there we are going to say that this world is because of Brahman, and because of Brahman means it is only an appearance on Brahman, on the self, on this consciousness, and therefore there is no duality possible. Okay? ठीक है यहाँ तक?
Yes, Swamiji.
जी स्वामी जी.
Right. Now, about this avidya, which avidya? Karya avidya. This karya avidya is fourfold. We have, we have studied this, we have revised this portion quite a bit. This karya avidya is fourfold. So, Karana Vidya we are not talking, Karya Vidya is fourfold. Why has this word avidya come over here now? Because we were initially looking at what?
Puryashtakam.
Puryashtakam. In that Puryashtakam, we were brought three more elements to understand Puryashtakam.
Yes, Swami.
Yes, Swami.
In which was the first one? Avidya,
Avidya.
Kama, Karma. These three were introduced. In which we said there is avidya. What kind is this avidya? This avidya, which is the part of the Puryashtakam, which means it is the part of the Sukshma Deha, can you say it is the same avidya, which is the Karanam?
No.
No, because the Karana avidya is not part of the Sukshma Deha.
Hmm.
Correct?
Yes.
जी
It is
स्वामी.
Anusyuta, but it is not the part. So when you are admitting there is some sort of avidya, which is the part of the Sukshma Deha, then obviously, what kind of avidya is this? Karya avidya, ek naam de diya hai. How is this Karya avidya? Fourfold. Chaturvidha. Vidha means prakaram.
Yes,
Fourfold.
Swami.
चार प्रकार की है. कैसी चार प्रकार की है?
Swamiji, anitya
नित्यत्व बुद्धि.
ashucho suchitva buddhi, asukhe sukha buddhi, and anatmani atma buddhi.
Now, there is a very little interesting discussion that he has raised over here. When we say that what is anitya is seen as nitya. That what is anitya, and generally, for our on a transactional level, this is okay, we understand. When you people we say, oh नहीं हमारी ऐसा ये सुख की घड़ी जो है वो हमेशा हमेशा रहे. अरे हमेशा हमेशा कैसे रहेगी? क्या नित्य हो सकता है? ये मेरा प्यार अमर है, नित्य है. नित्य होगा क्या? तुम्हारा प्यार हो और कोई हो, कोई चीज नित्य होगी? जब नहीं हो सकती, when it cannot be, and yet when you insist that ये नित्य होगा forever, then what is it? This is that what is anityam is seen as nityam. Correct? That what is anityam is seen as nityam.
Swamiji, this is a wishful thinking. How can we say that it is being seen as Nityam?
दुनिया को भी बोलते हैं ना हम, ये हमेशा ऐसे ही रहेगा, हम नहीं रहेंगे तभी भी ये रहेगा.
But it is because Swamiji, the spectrum are different. So दुनिया का जो time frame है, it is more than what we have. Say 80, 90, 100 years. दुनिया is like million years. So it's the scale.
ट्रू. मच्छर के लिए मच्छर की जिंदगी कितनी है? 2 घंटे की.
जी.
और हमारी तुम्हारी कितनी है? एन एवरेज इंडियन इज गोइंग टू लिव 70 years. ठीक है.
Right.
तो मच्छर के लिए ये अमर है कि नहीं है?
But Swami, मच्छर cannot think. So
नहीं, अब
yes,
सोचो ना.
yes.
मच्छर could think.
If Machar could think, then he must understand that it is also not Nityam.
लेकिन वो नित्य जब बोलता है तो अनित्य में नित्य बुद्धि हो गई ना.
हाँ, उस तरीके से ही है. भाव
भाई
है.
अविद्या ही है ये, कोई इट इज नॉट फैक्चुअल. अविद्या के कारण ही तो बोल रहा है, वो गलत ही बोलेगा.
रिलेटिव है.
लेकिन रिलेटिव नित्य भी तो बोलते ही है ना. जो अनित्य है उसको रिलेटिव नित्य बोल ही दिया, नित्य किसी प्रकार से नित्य है ये बोला. चलो आगे देखो. व्हाट आई वांट टू ब्रिंग टू योर नोटिस इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट, हाउ द मीमांसकास आर गोइंग टू सी. Because we are over here doing the Mimamsa of the Veda Vakyas. Okay?
Yes.
जी स्वामी.
This is the Mimamsa analysis of the Veda Vakya. So now he says there are some Shrutis which talk about Brahmaloka as Nityam. कि चलो यहाँ पे तुमने उपासना कर ली, हिरण्यगर्भ उपासना कर ली, हिरण्यगर्भ के साथ तादात्म्य किया, जैसे ही ये देह छूटा तुम वहां ब्रह्मलोक में नित्य वहां पे जाके बैठे. वो ब्रह्मलोक कैसा है?
नित्य.
अब देखना, यहाँ पे हमने जैसे ब्रह्मलोक को श्रुति ने कहा नित्य है, वैसे ही अन्य धर्मावलंबी जो लोग हैं उन्होंने भी कहा ना हमारा एक स्वर्ग लोक है, वो नित्य है, वहां पे हमेशा हमेशा के लिए तुमको मौज करने को मिलेगी, चाहे जितना शराब पियो, जो करना है करो, अय्याशी करो, सब नित्य. बोल दिया कि नहीं?
Yes.
इस ब्रह्मलोक में तुमको अय्याशी नहीं मिलेगी. ब्रह्मलोक में जाओ, वहां पे तुम ब्रह्मा जी के साथ सत्संग करो और वहां पे तुम समाधि में रहोगे. Well, that is not a club where you can, have this let's party. माहौल नहीं है. खैर, anyway, so ब्रह्मलोक को श्रुति okay, sorry, English नहीं. So you need Brahmalok is called as Nityam by certain Shruti. And you are saying, sir, that other than Brahman, there is nothing Nityam. Correct?
Yes.
जी स्वामी.
Then he says, look here, did we know anything about Brahmalok before the Veda opened its mouth?
No.
So how have you known there is Brahmaloka and for which you do particular kind of upasana, live a righteous life, do the upasana, and then you will be admitted into Brahmaloka? How did you know all these things?
Shruti Vakya.
वेद वाक्य.
Through the Shruti Veda Vakyas. ठीक है? Now this Brahmaloka is also Nityam, is said by whom?
श्रुति.
Shruti.
Then on the other hand, there is a Shruti which now says that Brahman alone is Nityam, nothing else is Nityam. Now, do you see the Virodha?
जी
Yes.
स्वामी जी।
So now the question that he raises, that the buddhi that we have, that Brahmaloka is nityam, is not avidya.
No.
Because praman hai.
Yeah.
But you are saying to have the nitya buddhi in something that is other than Brahman, that what is anityam is avidya. So when we are saying that Brahmaloka is nityam, then it is not avidya, it is vidya only. Got it? ब्रह्मलोक में हमारी नित्य बुद्धि यदि हो रही है तो वो अनित्य में नित्य बुद्धि नहीं, नित्य में ही नित्य बुद्धि हो रही है। अब समझो कि सर्प में सर्प बुद्धि हो तो क्या तुम इसको इग्नोरेंस कहोगे?
नहीं स्वामी।
एरर कहोगे?
नहीं।
यदि रज्जू में तुमको सर्प बुद्धि हो रही हो तभी तुम कहोगे ना ये गलती है, इट इज एन एरर, मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग। So to understand Rajju as Rajju is not ignorance, is not an error. Correct?
Yes.
जी स्वामी जी।
So then if we have Nitya Buddhi in Brahmaloka, which is Nitya, why should it be called as avidya? Do you
स्वामी
see?
जी,
हाँ,
परहैप्स अर्थांतर यहाँ पे होगा।
बिल्कुल होगा, यही तो कहेंगे। अब सुनो, अर्थांतर नहीं है, it is not going to be अर्थांतर, it is not something metaphorical. जब मेटाफोरिकल होगा तब तुम कह सकते हो कि अर्थांतर है। ठीक है?
Two different
जी
facts.
स्वामी जी।
तुम्हारा ये कहना बहुत मतलब समीचीन है, क्योंकि हमने पहले भी इसका क्या देखा था कि जहां इस प्रकार का विरोध होता है वहां अर्थांतर होता है। ठीक है? और अर्थांतर से श्रुति के प्रामाण्य का भंग होने से रक्षा होती है। ठीक है?
जी स्वामी जी।
ठीक है, परंतु यहां अब जैसे इन्होंने इस विषय को आगे हमको हमारे सामने रखा है, इसे देख लो। समय हो चुका है, बस इतना ही थोड़ा सा देख लेते हैं और फिर पुनश्च इसके ऊपर आते हैं, क्योंकि ये कार्य अविद्या की बात चल रही है, जहां अनित्य में नित्य बुद्धि होना अविद्या कहा। तो ब्रह्म ही नित्य है, ब्रह्म के सिवा और कोई भी चीज में नित्य बुद्धि हो तो वह अविद्या है, ये कहा जाएगा। तो बात इन्होंने उठाई पूर्व पक्ष ने कि ब्रह्मलोक ब्रह्म नहीं है, वो कोई लोक है। ठीक है? ब्रह्मलोक ब्रह्म नहीं, ब्रह्मलोक क्या है? कोई विशेष प्रकार का सेलेस्टियल वर्ल्ड। ठीक है?
जी स्वामी जी।
है कोई एक दिव्य लोक है। जो पुराणों ने इसको वैकुंठ आदि भी नामों से बोला है ना, और वहां पे भी यही आती है बात कि तुम यहाँ पे भक्ति इत्यादि करो तो तुम्हें हमेशा के लिए भगवान के सानिध्य में उनके वैकुंठ आदि लोक में रहने को मिलेगा, कि जहां भगवान का नित्य दर्शन हो, कीर्तन हो, स्मरण हो, स्पर्श हो, सानिध्य मिले, वह उनका लोक है। ठीक है? ऐसे पुराणों में भी वर्णन आता है ना। तब कहते हैं कि नहीं, ब्रह्मलोक तो ब्रह्म है नहीं, किंतु उस वह ब्रह्मलोक भी यदि नित्य हो जाए तो ब्रह्म में द्वितीयत्व की आपत्ति होगी। ठीक है? देयर विल बी there will be an what do they call
Duality.
duality will be there. समस्या आएगी, आपत्ति आएगी, समस्या आएगी. The problem of understanding how Brahman can be called non-dual. तो पहली बात यह है कि यह ब्रह्मलोक जो है वह अनित्य ही है, चाहे कोई ब्रह्मलोक कहो, वैकुंठ आदि को, और कुछ भी करो. तस्य ब्रह्मलोकस्य कर्म साध्यत्वात् लौकिक फलवत् अनित्यत्वम अवगतम. कैसे समझा तुमने कि ये ब्रह्मलोक भी अनित्य है? तो कहते हैं वह ब्रह्मलोक अनित्य इसीलिए है बिकॉज इट इज कर्म साध्यम. हाउ इज इट अटेन्ड? अगर यहाँ पे तुमने उपासना नहीं की, धर्म से अपना जीवन नहीं जिया, तपस्या नहीं की, तो तुमको वो लोक की प्राप्ति होगी क्या?
नहीं.
तुम्हें उस लोक की प्राप्ति होगी? नहीं होगी.
No.
तो मतलब क्या? इट इज कर्म साध्यम, इट इज अटेन थ्रू कर्म. तप किया, जप किया, ध्यान किया, समाधि किया, उपासना की, धर्म से जीवन जिया, अब जाकर के तुमको ब्रह्मलोक मिलेगा. तो ब्रह्मलोक इज कर्म साध्यम.
जी
or
स्वामी.
not?
Yes.
It is attained. What? How do you attain that? Through
Karma.
through कर्म. कर्म साध्य है. अब हमको ये बताइए कि लौकिक फल जो कर्म साध्य होते हैं, क्या वे उनमें किसी में नित्यत्व है क्या?
नॉट पॉसिबल.
स्वामी जी.
इस महीने में तुमने बहुत काम किया, तुमको तनख्वाह मिली और कुछ उसके ऊपर पैसे भी मिले, लेकिन ये जो पैसे मिले हैं वो नित्य हो गए क्या?
नहीं.
हमेशा रहेगी क्या वो तनख्वाह? अरे इसका बिल, उसका बिल, ये लोन, वो लोन, डॉक्टर के बिल भर दिए, खत्म हो गया, है कि नहीं? इज इट नॉट? सो लौकिक फलवत, लाइक द लौकिक फला, whatever is karma sadhyam cannot be nityam, and therefore since brahmaloka is also karma sadhyam, it is also not nityam. तो बोलेंगे कि होगा, परंतु श्रुति ऐसे कर्म फल को बता रही है कि जो नित्य है, जो तुमको पता नहीं. तो हम कहेंगे कि नहीं, श्रुति स्वयं कहेगी श्रुति स्वयं कहेगी कि जो कर्म साध्य है वह अनित्य है. ब्रह्मलोक भी उसके भीतर आ गया. तद यथेह कर्मचितो लोक क्षीयते एवं अमुत्र पुण्यचितो लोक क्षीयते. ये श्रुति है. जैसे यहां पे कर्म साध्य कर्म फल जो है वो अनित्य है, वैसे जो पारलौकिक फल है वह भी कर्म साध्य होने के कारण कैसा है? अनित्य है. क्षीयते, उसका क्षय हो जाता है, खत्म हो जाता है. इसीलिए ब्रह्मलोक आदि भी अनित्य है. लेकिन हमारे पास दूसरी श्रुति है कि जो ब्रह्मलोक को नित्य कहा. तो बात ये होगी अब कि देयर इज इन दोनों श्रुतियों में से कौन सी श्रुति वैलिड है, कौन सी इनवैलिड है, ये प्रश्न उठेगा. ठीक है? दोनों वेद वाक्य हैं, तो तुम ये कहोगे कि ये गलत है, ये सही है, तो अर्थ ये बनेगा कि एक वेद वाक्य जो है वो गलत हो गया, दूसरा सही हो गया. तो ये संभावना होगी कि ये दूसरा भी जो है वो भी गलत हो सकता है. अगर श्रुति एक अंश में गलत है तो दूसरे अंश में भी गलत होने की संभावना हुई कि नहीं हुई? श्रुति का प्रामाण्य ही अपहृत हो गया. इज टेकन अवे। अब इसमें इन दोनों को ही श्रुतित्वेन प्रामाण्य है, परंतु अब एक को श्रुति ने कहा नित्य, एक जगह अनित्य, तो इन दोनों में से किसका ग्रहण किया जाए, किसको छोड़ा जाए, ये बात आएगी। परंतु छोड़ने की कोई बात नहीं, क्योंकि दोनों ही श्रुति है। अब इसका सामंजस्य कैसे बिठाएंगे, ये प्रश्न वो उठाते हैं। इसका थोड़ा सा उत्तर हम कल देख लेंगे और आगे चल देंगे, ठीक है। नाउ यू अंडरस्टैंड।
स्वामी जी,
कर्मचितो लोक क्षीयते एवं अमूत्र पुण्यचितो लोक क्षीयते। ये श्रुति है, लौकिक पारलौकिक सारे कर्म फलों को क्षयिष्णु बताने वाली, ठीक है। आगे क्या
स्वामी
कर,
जी,
हाँ
स्वामी जी, स्तुत्यर्थवाद भी तो हो सकता है।
बिल्कुल अर्थवाद है वो। अर्थवाद होने से उसमें प्रामाण्य तो है, परंतु अर्थवाद स्वयं किसी प्रकार वो प्रशंसा अर्थवाद होगा।
जी, स्तुत्यर्थवाद। Yes, स्वामी।
हाँ, स्तुति अर्थवाद प्रशंसा अर्थवाद है, स्तुति के लिए कहा गया अर्थवाद है।
स्वामी
ठीक है?
जी, कर्म साध्य कोई भी चीज है वो अनित्य रहेगी। तो ये जो हम ब्रह्म का ज्ञान या जो हमारा सत्संग चल रहा है जिससे हमें ब्रह्म का ज्ञान होगा, वो भी कर्म साध्य है अतः अनित्य है।
ब्रह्माकार वृत्ति है ना, तुम इस सत्संगादि से होगा क्या, श्रवणादि से वृत्ति उत्पन्न होगी।
जी,
अब मुझे बताओ कौन सी वृत्ति नित्य होती है। अगर ब्रह्माकारा वृत्ति नित्य होगी तो घटाकारा वृत्ति क्यों नहीं नित्य होगी।
हाँ, वो अनित्य ही होगी स्वामी जी।
तो वृत्तित्वेन तो वो अनित्य है, परंतु वृत्ति उदय होने से अविद्या का नाश होता है कि नहीं। घटाकारा वृत्ति उदय हो गई तो घटक ज्ञान हो गया।
जी,
ज्ञान हो गया, घट का प्रकाश हुआ, ब्रह्म प्रकाशित हुआ, होगा। तो
तो
अविद्या
ज्ञान और ब्रह्माकार वृत्ति इन दोनों में अंतर हुआ।
हुआ, लेकिन आप वृत्ति को भी तो ज्ञान बोलते हो कि नहीं।
हाँ, तो ब्रह्मकार वृत्ति और वो जो ज्ञान है जो कि
दो
नित्य है,
प्रकार
इनमें
के ज्ञान
अंतर।
हुए, एक स्वरूप ज्ञान है, एक वृत्ति ज्ञान है।
जी स्वामी जी।
ठीक है, वो आगे
जी,
देखा जाएगा।
थैंक यू स्वामी जी।
जी, जस्ट एज एक स्वयं प्रभ ज्ञान है, जैसे सूर्य वो स्वयं प्रभ है, स्वयं प्रकाश। लेकिन
जी,
चंद्र प्रकाश जो है वो स्वयं है क्या, चंद्र का प्रकाश।
नहीं स्वामी जी, समझ आ गया।
Reflected light. Even when you say it is moonlight, is it really moon's light?
No.
No.
What is it then?
Sun's reflection.
It is
Reflected
the
light.
sun's reflected light. True? वैसे ही ज्ञान जो है वो परमात्मा का ही स्वरूप है, परंतु वह वृत्ति में रिफ्लेक्ट होकर के जब विषयों को प्रकाशित करता है तब उसी को वृत्ति ज्ञान कहते हैं। जैसे सूर्य प्रकाश को ही जब तुम चंद्र प्रकाश कहते हो, बिल्कुल वैसे ही। लेकिन प्रकाश जो है वह तो अपना स्वरूप है, वो आगे देखा जाएगा। ठीक है।
So when
जी
there is
स्वामी।
vritti jnana, there is an experience, sir. Whereas when you actually know, when you are Brahman, there is no experience. Sir.
ठीक है, क्योंकि वृत्ति में ही तो भेद होगा ना। ज्ञाता ज्ञेय ये भेद कहाँ होगा, वृत्ति में ही होगा ना। घटमहम जानामि,
जी स्वामी जी, डुअलिटी है यहाँ पर।
चलो Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharya Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Ishvaro Gururatmiti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Mahadev. Thank you all.